Interpreters aren't actually that hard to understand. They essentially take your code and execute it line by line instead of compiling and checking everything works from the get-go. And they're used for languages primarily like JavaScript or PHP. My name is Adi, I'm a software engineer at Amazon, and in this video I'm going to explain how do interpreters work. So they start with something called lexical analysis, which basically checks every single line and every variable or everything mentioned, like every word, and they're like, okay, this is a variable, this is a type, this is the beginning of a for statement or for loop, sorry. And this is just making just tokenizing everything. Next, they do syntax analysis, which creates an abstract syntax tree, which basically it's just like going through the essay and making sure every sentence, now that you've labeled it as noun, adjective, verb, like during the tokenization, they make sure that the whole sentence makes sense. So they're like, okay, this is a for loop. This is an if statement that's checking for this clause. And they'll just keep doing that. Now, unlike compilers, which at this point would do semantic analysis, would do code optimization, instead, languages like JavaScript and PHP just start turning it into ones and zeros. Now, you don't get the optimization, so it's far slower, but also you don't get semantic analysis, so you can have a lot of bugs that get caught during runtime once the code has already started executing. Additionally, if your code is executing, it doesn't always go straight down, right? There's an if statement and sometimes you skip the else. Sometimes your while loop has a break in it. Basically what you're going to have is cases where your code is skipped. Well, in those cases, you will never catch those bugs if you're just running an interpreted language. And so what happens is in production, when you've actually launched your service, sometimes 3 hours, 3 days, 3 months, 3 years later, you catch a bug. And so interpreted languages can be a big issue then. Why do we use them then? Well, it's because for developer productivity, it's incredible. You can just start coding very quickly, see which line breaks, and just start actually putting things out there, deploying them. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be great for a full-length service, but it's really good for one-time scripts. It's really good for data analysis. So a lot of researchers use interpreted languages to quickly write these scripts, write these data analysis scripts essentially, and it gets the job done. This is different than just-in-time interpreters, which I'll have a video for later, but those are for languages like Python and Java, which Python is often called an interpreted language. It's not, it's a just-in-time interpreted language. But that's all there is to interpreters. It checks lexical analysis, like what variables, words are there. It then checks syntax analysis, which is seeing the structure of the sentence itself, seeing if it's grammatically correct, and then turning it into the ones and zeros your CPU can execute.